Hi there, and welcome to this short lens to print video on adding title, description and keywords. Those of you that have been with the site a while will know that TDKs, as we call them, are an essential part of the way the site works. Without TDKs, title, description, keywords, we won't approve an image because it just won't appear in our search tool. I'm going to show you today how to do the TDKs both within Photoshop. I'm using CS, and if you just upload to Lens to Print and want to do that manually once the image is on site. So I'll go through both processes for you. On screen now I've got two copies of the same image. One just happens to be called non-TDK or no TDK, and the other is just a plain simple version. I'm going to go and edit this one over here. And these images were, or this image, both copies, were taken when I went to North Wales recently and photographed a standing stone via the lens ball. So you can go up to File and down to File Info. If you've got fingers like an octopus, because you need lots of fingers and they do need to spread a long way across the keyboard, you can do this with the Command key Shift, which is Alt, Shift, Control and I at the same time. I've got pretty big hands, I'm pretty dexterous, I can't do that one-handed. It's a whole lot easier just to go to File, File Info and press. So up here, there's absolutely nothing in here. As you can see, it's totally blank at the moment. There's loads of stuff you can change down here. There's camera data and IPTCs, and there's stuff for making it suitable for medical records, and more stuff here than you're ever going to do. We're going to keep it simple. So my document title is going to be up here, and I'm just going to call that Lens Ball Trickery. I'll put lead caps on today. I don't know quite why, but I will do. Lens Ball Trickery. Okay. Author title, if you wanted to put your name in there, that's fine, help yourself. Description, and that is exactly as it sounds. So I shall put in there my setup for photographing, if I can actually get this working nicely. Photographing lens balls. Voila, and a nice full stop to finish it off with. In here we can put the keywords. So this is obviously going to be fantastic, my bestseller, lens ball, whatever. Type in whatever you like here that makes good sense. We allow 10 keywords on Lens to Print. You can have more than one per field if you like, but please remember, Google doesn't like keyword stuffing. Nobody likes getting false results from a search engine. Make it relevant, make it sensible. And a bit of a tip here, if you have got some spare at the end, if you type in something like lens ball and then say canvas, that gives Google a bit of a heads up on a search, and it's a good way of increasing your chances of being found. Keep your keywords relevant, keep them accurate, and then we'll file save. We could just close it, but we'll do a file save, and that's that one done. So we now have one that's got all of the TDK, so we'll close that one out of the way. Just by way of proving, this one here, cunningly called no TDK, if I go and do File, File Info, you will see that one is still blank. So far so good. That was just for demonstration purposes. I will close that one down now, and I'm going to go and upload these two images using the standard upload procedure. We do have another video on that. I'll pop the link in for you somewhere, and we'll then see what happens when they get to Lens to Print and how they show up to you as an artist. So I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so that didn't take long. We are now showing you what the mod team can see when an image is uploaded and lands in our approval queue. So if you look at the screen now, I've obviously rolled down to the two bits I've got in here. We have the two lens ball images. This first one, you'll notice down the bottom here, unnamed image, my name because I'm logged in as me when I loaded the image. Keywords, nothing. This image we would leave in approvals for an hour or so to give you time to fill out the necessary TDKs. So that image would sit there for about an hour or so, or until the next person got on to have a look at it. We can tell when an image was uploaded, time-wise and date-wise. Give it an hour or so, and then we just delete. there's no point. If you don't put TDKs on it, then it's just not going to even show up on a search result. We will just delete. If we go down to the second one, you'll see that all the details I put in earlier on have now been carried across. We've got lens ball trickery, and then we've got the description there, my setup for photographing lens ball, and then the keywords, and that automatically comes across from the system, and as soon as we approve that image, it will appear in your images to be allocated. So you can go to your album view and allocate, and that's as straightforward as it goes. If we go back now and show you the view that you have as an artist, we'll flip over here. You'll notice that we have in the top right corner, under the little sort of landscape mountain type icon, the number 1. And that is because there's an image that requires attention. So our system will tell you that you've actually missed something out. Click on the view all, in this case there's only one in the all queue, and you will see the images that require a little bit of your love. Down in the bottom left corner of each image, you will find a little symbol there. Click on that and it will load up and give you the option to do the love spreading. As you can see now, we have got title unnamed image, not highly descriptive. So we will call this now revised. I know that's a really useless thing to call it, but we will call it revised so we don't get the two mixed up. Description. Okay, so we just click in the description. I have now added a description. Yes. So far so good. And we can now go to the keywords tab, which cunningly enough allows you to add keywords. So we can add in here whatever we like. It'll remember the last few things you did, part of the cookie sessions that we use. So if I type in here lens ball, I can then tab across to whatever else I'm looking at here. So I could call it amazing, which isn't a great description to be fair. You get the idea. If you need to add more keywords, you can do that. Please be aware every keyword you add will show up on the live side to the customer. If you put loads and loads of keywords in, two things happen. First, it looks awful. Second, Google hate you. Choose good keywords, choose quality keywords. Keyword stuffing is really, really frowned upon by Google and indeed by ourselves. We have been known to refuse images because the keywords have just been an encyclopedia. If, however, you do need to add more and it's a sensible add, then we can call here, we'll call this one setup, and maybe if we want to add technique. So that will create those additional keywords. Use it wisely. We can then go, if we wish to, and modify the products. And we can see here the different range of products available. A recent video, a recent announcement on Facebook will tell you we now do tote bags. So we can say, yes, actually, please, I would like to add this to tote bags. And I will change my markup to a 40%. And we do save. The spinning wheel of death happens up in the top corner there. And now everything that we've just done is being uploaded. And the image, when it goes back to us at the approval side, will now have the TDK that we've just put in. And assuming the image meets spec and the requirements we have as a site, then it will appear and we can approve it. Okay, so you can see now that the wheel has stopped, and that means that it's ready to go, and you could go back and do whatever. Notice, please, that number 1 has now gone from over there, so we know that you've got everything under control. If I go back over here and I do a refresh on my mod screen, so bear with me whilst that happens, we can now see that we've got the image there. No, that was the original one, and we've now got the one that says I've now added the descriptions. And that really is how to add the TDKs. Either do it within Photoshop or your editing software. If you can't do that because maybe you're running off a phone or something that doesn't support that kind of stuff, then you can do it within the site. But as you've just seen, it's very much slower from within the site. It will hold you up a lot. I hope you found that interesting. I hope you found it useful. Please, TDK. Without it, it's never going to sell. Stay safe.